The Pelicans know their fans will be fired up for tonight's action. And as they came into the building, the players were plenty fired up themselves. All right, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. Moments away, it'll be the New Orleans Pelicans going up against the Utah Jazz. Alongside Grant Hill and Steve Smith, Allie LaForce, our reporter, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks, Brian. CJ McCollum is looking to evolve his game. He said, quote, "I can get out of bed and get 20. Now I need to score efficiently, make my teammates better, and impact the game in every facet. You get older, the maturity level shifts, and you understand what needs to be done." Guys?
Well, looking to show how he can impact winning, Allie. Thanks for that. And here we are in October. Let's see how things are going out west. Taking a look at Utah. Currently 7th in the conference, hoping to string together some more wins. And of course, there's the Pelicans, a game back.
When I look at Utah, they had some lofty goals to start the year, but they may not have the roster to hang with the league's elite teams.
I thought this might happen. Confidence can take you a long way, but you also have to have the talent to back it up.
So here are the Jazz starting 5. Mitchell is the 2 with Bogdanovich at the 3. Then there's Jared Vanderbilt. Then there's Mike Conley. And it's Azubuike in at the 5 down low. And for the Pelicans, Zion and Valanciunas playing up front. CJ McCollum is out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Jones in at the small forward position. Well, when we look at tonight, this could come down to the backcourts, Grant. They're both very talented.
Yeah, B.A., you know I love great guard play. And, of course, each team has some serious skills at that position. So expect a fast pace of play, lots of threes. It should be one heck of a matchup.
Few players in the league do a better job of finding the open man than Mike Conley.
Here's Ingram. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Conley passes to Mitchell. To the paint. Here's Vanderbilt. And Vanderbilt slams it in.
Such a valuable playmaker for this team. Mitchell can get his own and get others involved as well.
And that one's good. Ingram.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Azubuike's shot is good.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Low resistance to the finish line.
Yeah, he made that drive look easy, but that had a high degree of difficulty.
And here's Ingram from the arc. The rebound by the Jazz. They come into this one following the loss to Minnesota.
They look lost in the final quarter. Couldn't keep it together at all. Miscommunications cost them that game.
Trying to attack the heart of that defense with great teamwork.
The Pelicans have gone 2 of 3 from the floor.
Yeah, bottom line for this Pelicans squad, they need to get better on the defensive end. They may have to get more 3-and-D type of guys on this roster.
Now here's Mitchell. Right side Conley. Lets the 3 fly. Offensive rebound.
So much of rebound is about positioning. Effort. No lack of it right there.
Jones misses. The Jazz have gone 4 of 5 so far. Looking sharp. And it's Mitchell penetrating over Ingram. And it's Mitchell. The miss.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Valanciunas, good.
What an incredible ankle breaker to help create space for his shot.
There's 39 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Outside Mitchell. Pass to Azubuike. Back to Mitchell. 5 to shoot. Offline with a 3. New Orleans has gone 1 of 4 from deep. On the wing, Jones. From the arc. And the Pelicans get it back. Good on the shot. Valanciunas has got his second basket on the night.
Ooh, physicality from Valanciunas on the glass. Securing the ball and sending it right back.
There's Bogdanovich with the 3. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Pelicans ahead, leading by 1. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment.
Pelicans fans, here's your Pelicans You Dance Team.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you think, guys?
Well, it's pretty obvious. I mean, cashing in on extra opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
You can do everything else right, but if you fail to take care of the defensive glass, you're killing your chances.
New Orleans in the lead. On the floor for Utah, getting going in the second. Patrick Beverley out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Malik Beasley. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovic. And it's Gay in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
This is something Gay does wonderfully. An insane dunker who loves finishing strong at the rim. In recent years, we've seen the evolution of Rudy Gay. He's transitioned from a starter and a go-to scorer to an important option off the bench.
These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
To the inside, here's Beverley, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Hey, Beverley's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
Here's Alvarado, and the Pelicans get it back. Hernan Gomez. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Utah.
They're unselfish. They're passing the ball well, setting up teammates, playing team basketball, and their focus.
You have to like the fact that they're not settling at all. I mean, they've really made a point to get the ball down inside and challenge that interior defense.
Nance, he's checked in for New Orleans. Graham comes in for Alvarado. Well, talking about Gay, people seem to forget that he averaged 19 a game over a 10-year span.
NBA, we've seen a lot of guys like that struggle when asked to take on a new role. But not Rudy Gay. He's aged gracefully and continues to make an impact as a veteran leader.
The open shot, Gay, and another miss by Utah.
The defense was begging him to take that shot, and he took the bait, but you can't blame him.
Beverley with a steal. 1:16 left in the first half. Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on his way to the line.
Every organization needs team-first guys like Patrick Beverley. That's a terrific pass.
And that one falls for Clarkson.
For Utah, new ownership taking over in 2020. In addition to that group, NBA legend D-Wade. Great to see an ex-player get a piece of the pie.
Utah leading. Pass to Mitchell. Down low. Gay left side. Clarkson outside. Nails it from beyond the arc. Clarkson's got 6 in the quarter.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
And stolen by Vanderbilt. Here they come with numbers in transition, and Mitchell with the slam.
Donovan Mitchell's vertical is insane. He gets off the ground with such ease for these throwdowns.
Oh, he buries the 20-footer. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Throws it up high, and Vanderbilt slams it in.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. Right wing from deep, Gay. Valanciunas with a rebound.
If you can, use up the clock en route to the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
From deep, Mitchell. The shot no good. And so it's Utah leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
Welcome. The first half is in the books, so let's check out the top performers for each team.
A couple of guys locking horns tonight. Neither one of them backing down as you would expect.
You can tell both teams are giving these guys space to work.
And they're taking advantage of the opportunities. And moving forward, a lot to like about that first half for the Jazz.
The bench is one of the strengths of this team, with some big-time scoring power. They've carried the extra load offensively.
And that's an advantage not every team has. And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Boy, without question, Brandon Ingram displaying his skills today.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Zion and Valanciunas playing up front. Brandon Ingram out there with C.J. McCollum. And it's Jones in at the 3. That's the group for Willie Green getting going here in the second half. And that one, good. You know, in baseball, Graham, they have a term, a 5-tool player. In the NBA these days, it's similar. You need those well-rounded players to succeed.
I like the baseball reference, but you're spot on, D.A. It's all about bringing versatility to the game. Players that can shoot, pass, dribble, defend, and rebound. And I'll throw it even in there, lead and play selfless basketball. Those kind of guys that can do it all, that's a recipe for success in the NBA.
Well, the past few seasons, the Jazz have become serious playoff contenders.
You know, B.A., with high expectations, they haven't reached their goal. Now, this franchise definitely has their sights set on the ultimate prize, their first championship.
Hernan Gomez is checked in for New Orleans. Alvarado comes in for C.J. McCollum. Beasley's checked in for Utah. Beverly comes in for Mike Conley.
Terrific game plan coming out of halftime. A perfect 3 for 3 from the field.
And we just had to see that mobile one drive one more time. Great stuff.
And, you know, a close game, you got to find that edge. High-energy plays like that one can make a big difference.
Vanderbilt buries it down low. Vanderbilt's got 4 points now in the quarter.
When Beverly first entered the league, he struggled to read the action in pick and roll. Now it's a different story.
And that one's good. Ingram.
They couldn't have asked for a better start to this half offensively. 4 straight and counting.
To the middle. Here's Beasley. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
When Beverly concentrates on passing, he makes his team better. Superb at getting passes over to his guys.
It's good. Ingram's got 15.
In case anyone was wondering, this is what it looks like when you're in the zone. He hasn't missed one all quarter.
And Utah calls time here.
On your feet, make some noise.
Gay's checked in for Utah. Clarkson comes in for Bogdanovich.
Dance team. Give it up, give it up, give it up for your Pelicans dance team.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. The kick out to Gay from deep. It's Hayes with the rebound.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Pass to Daniels. Here's the 3. Utah with the rebound. Next up, they'll take on the Rockets at Toyota Center. That'll be the back end of a 3-game road trip. Clarkson for 3. Here's Azubuike. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Incredible work right there on the glass. Just doing all he can to extend that lead.
Hey, once you got him on the ropes, keep swinging away.
You know why? Because this defense is reeling. They had to stop there but couldn't secure the rebound. They're still looking for answers.
Alley-oop up top, hammer it home.
Just flawless timing right there.
Right? The dish, the catch, the flush, the whole thing was perfect. Hayes for 3. The long distance 3 is buried. Hayes has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Clarkson outside. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Jazz out in front, up by 5. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On offense, here's Utah. It's a 5-point game, and Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth. The backcourt, it's Conley and Mitchell. Bojan Bogdanovic out there with Jared Vanderbilt, and it's Beasley in at the 3. Bogdanovic, no good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Valanciunas, good.
He usually shoots a high percentage in the paint, and on that play, Valanciunas got it done.
And so it's Utah with it. Conley passes to Vanderbilt. Here's Conley. Inside. And Vanderbilt gets it to go on the assist by Conley.
With a tough road ahead, they worked hard to get a good shot.
McCollum on the left side. Over Mitchell. They get it back. Valanciunas, good.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Now here's Mitchell. There's a minute 47 left in the game. Bogdanovic from long range. He can't hit that time. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Here's Williamson. Here's Valanciunas. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
And I don't think he expected to get that good of a look. Poor communication defensively.
Timeout called. The Jazz.
All right, everyone.
They're on top by 1. A minute 31 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. All right, the Jazz making a change here. Azubuike's checked in. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
During that break, the coach of the Jazz had some words for his team. He told his players, you know your job. Now just go out and do it. Don't get caught up in the moment. I want you to play with a steady pulse. He understands the emotions can run high at this stage of the game.
And Allie, thanks. It's stolen by Bogdanovic. 1:10 left in the fourth quarter. And he banks in the layup. And the Jazz lead by 3. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Jazz.
Their defense, it's their defense. It has been downright incredible so far, being disruptive and coming up with steals left and right.
And we also got to talk about the number of points they've scored in transition, just jumping all over the opposition in this regard.
There's Bogdanovic with the 3. Out of bounds. New Orleans will have it. An opportunity now to retake the lead.
Showing off their intensity these last few minutes.
To take the lead. Count it.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Ingram against Mitchell. Outside Vanderbilt. Pass to Azubuike. The kick out to Conley. And it's in.
Conley is used to these tight spots, just keeping calm and drilling the shot.
Here's Valanciunas. Cash.
That was just a cold-blooded play there from Valanciunas. Not fazed at all by the situation.
And Utah calls time here. They're behind by 1. 16 seconds left in the fourth.
Fans, it's time to get up and get loud.
Outside Mitchell. Outside Bogdanovic. Can't get the 3 to fall. And so it's the Pelicans who come out on top here. What a performance they had here at home today.
I'll tell you what, these are the ones that are so nice to win and so tough to lose. I love being on the edge of my seat, never knowing what would happen next.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Steve Smith, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thanks for watching tonight's game. And now we present the New Balance Player of the Game, Jonas Valanciunas.